Let's go to former Labor Senator Stephen Conroy. In Victoria, mind you, what are these changes? Are you hearing much, Stephen?
Look, I was hearing whispers last night. There was a big announcement. I think, the fiscal environment, rising interest rates, the ambition to have a regional games has really, hit the brick wall. I mean, there were plans to spend hundreds of millions of dollars for legacy stadiums for one event for 10 days. They were never going to be able to be really used into the future. So I think some cold, hard-headed assessments had to be made of what is going to be possible. And it won't shock me if they have to start using existing infrastructure. By definition, that means bringing it closer into Melbourne and into the major central cities that don't require new builds.
So what would the blowback be here then for the government?
Well, the government politically made a big thing of wanting this to be the regional Commonwealth Games out in regional Victoria. And they were making a big play, big promises, lots of activity, lots of economic activity in smaller regional centres around Victoria. So I suspect there were some very disappointed communities out in regional Victoria who thought they were going to get an injection of funds and an injection of activity and really look forward to 2026. So I suspect there were some disappointed regional Victorians today.
But I mean, I'm sure these things happen when it comes to, planning Olympic Games or planning Commonwealth Games where things don't turn out exactly how you'd like. I mean, do the organising committees, do they jump up and down, but is that about the extent of it?
Look, I think the local organising committees have been in place, planning, all that sort of stuff are going to be very disappointed. There'll be a lot of disappointment. But if you look at it, I think you were just describing the fiscal situation in Victoria, the size of the debt. Very hard to justify having such an optimistic, great idea, but the real world's caught up with it.
Okay, let's talk about the pamphlets. I've just received them, Stephen. So we got the vote yes, 13 pages long. We got the no pamphlet. It's 7 pages long. What percentage of people do you think are going to sit in front of their computer and actually comb through all of the pages with all the other issues that they've got in their lives at the moment?
Look, I'm a bit of a traditionalist. I think it's important for the mail out to happen. I think it's important for the information from the yes and no cases to be put up online, available to read. I think many Australians haven't focused their mind on it yet. You can see that there's still a large undecided cohort. Yes, clearly the yes campaign has been struggling over the last 6 or 7 months. The polling shows that support for yes is coming down. But I'm an optimist. I still think that as the information comes out that will dispel many of the myths that have been peddled by the no case, Australians will respond positively and vote yes. You'd
have to think, though, that there's a large percent of people that are not going to bother with it, that aren't going to read it. It's like, I've got other things to do.
Look, as you said, it's only 7 pages of 10 pages, and I think this is, as some have said, a very significant change in our constitution. So I think Australians who value their ability to participate, they value that they're the ones making the decision, not a group of politicians. I think that they'll see this as their opportunity. It probably will only take 10 minutes to read each pamphlet, maybe 15. But I think it's worth the read to understand what this debate's been about for us.
Chelsea's transfer list is longer, Stephen.
Look, if you sell us Harry Maguire, I may never appear on your show again.
Dear. Stephen Conroy.
Seriously, that could be the end of a beautiful friendship.
Always good to chat. Are you going to go to the Matildas, by the way, the Thursday night? I'm going here.
Look, I'm hoping to go to the Melbourne one. It's sold out. We're only in a small stadium, unfortunately.
But so the AFL wouldn't budge, would they?
Well, look, FIFA have got some tough rules. I think the AFL could have been a little more flexible about one of the 2 stadiums. I mean, jamming. Yeah, we could have, as you saw the other night, we had 50-odd thousand at Marvel. We could easily get 50,000 for the Matildas again. I mean, people shouldn't underestimate. It's only a 28,000, 29,000 at Amy Stadium. It's disappointing that a compromise couldn't be reached between all the bodies. And a lot of Australians will miss out seeing Sam Kerr and the Matildas go on to lift the World Cup.
I agree. I'm going to put a bet on that too. I quite like that. Gamble responsibly, 13-1 though. I like those odds. Stephen Conroy, good to see you.